Okay. What is one feeling that is better today than it was last week, the last time we met?
Well, I was able to decrease how much I've been sleeping. I mentioned last week that I was sleeping between 14 and 16 hours a day, but I was able to decrease that to 12 to 14 hours a day.
Hey, that is some pretty awesome news. Did anything else happen throughout the week that I should know?
Well, I still find myself crying in front of my family.
Okay, okay. What thoughts in particular go through your head when you find yourself in this type of situation?
Oh my gosh, so many, but um, the primary, like the main thought that goes through my head is that I'm worthless and that my family shouldn't have to see me this way.
And the feelings of worthlessness are because of you?
No, I know they aren't because of me.
Okay. Well, so you have given me the impression that the feelings of worthlessness weren't there when your daughter was alive. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't think I've experienced feelings of worthlessness before. I mean, like I mentioned last week, I've been down or sad before, but it's just nothing like to this extreme.
Okay, so I would like to, explore something with you here. It's something known as a mood check. Um, on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being no feelings of worthlessness and 10 being an extreme amount of worthlessness, where do you think you might rate yourself?
I think I would have to give myself a 6. I know the feelings have decreased, but realize that they are still there.
Okay, so that's good. That the feelings have decreased. That's what we want. I would also like to explore another possibility with you regarding feelings of worthlessness. Do you know what automatic thoughts are?
Well, I think I do, but I'm not too sure. I'd really like to have you explain it.
Okay, so automatic thoughts are internalized perceptions voluntarily generated by an individual. These impressions may be triggered by becoming aware of a situation or circumstance, may develop quickly, and are not subject to detailed inquiry or logical examination. The situation that you encountered was the loss of your daughter, which produced an automatic thought of feeling worthless, which is in connection with your emotion of sadness or depression.
Hmm.
In your own words, could you tell me the difference between what you think automatic thought and your emotion is?
I think so. My emotion is related to my depression, and my thought as a result is that I'm worthless. Is that
Correct. I think you did a great job identifying between the two. Um, what will happen when your depression lifts that you don't have the thought anymore of feeling worthless?
that would be a relief. I would feel so much better. I can't even imagine that happening.
Okay, so what I would like to do with you next is known something as role play scenario where I am you and you are me. Would that be okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm taking on the role of Geneva here. I just feel so worthless. I lay in bed all day. I will never get my life back.
But you have so much to live for. Your family is very supportive of you.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter to me anymore.
I know we've talked about how important your family is to you. Have you ever thought about things you could do to help reduce your thoughts of worthlessness?
Nah, not really. That's never really occurred to me.
Okay, so I would like to explore what is known as coping skills with you. Coping skills are tools that people use to help themselves when they are experiencing thoughts of worthlessness. Was that good?
Yes, that was good. Okay, 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 Geneva, that was an excellent role play. I would like to give you an idea of what a coping skill would look like to help you decrease your feelings of worthlessness. One coping skill that I would like to explore with you is writing in a journal, which I don't know if you've ever done. The purpose of writing in the journal is to help express all the thoughts you're experiencing at the time. Writing in a journal doesn't have to be a long process, maybe once or twice a week for 15 minutes. Is that something that you think you might be willing to try?
Yes.
Okay, so until our next session, next week, I would like for you to get a journal from the Walmart or the dollar store. I would like for you to set aside 2 nights during the week to write down your thoughts for at least 15 minutes. Today is Thursday, so let's say that writing in the journal will occur on Monday and next Thursday evening.
Okay, so the role play definitely gave me a different perspective on my thoughts. I had never really looked at things from a different perspective like that.
Okay, Geneva, role playing is one technique used in cognitive behavioral therapy to help clients change their perception or way of thinking into more positive thoughts. Another method that I would like to explore with you is known as behavioral experiment. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
Okay, so let me explain what a behavioral experiment is. A behavioral experiment is a belief to be tested in alternative belief that one doesn't feel strongly about. I'm going to hand you a worksheet, and we can do this collaboratively. As you can see in the first box of the worksheet, the question is, what is the belief that can be tested, and what percentage rate from 0 to 100 would you rate that belief?
If I continue to cry in front of my family, they will want to give up on me. I would say that belief is around 85% because I know they have been supportive of me up to this point.
Okay, so is there an alternative belief, maybe one that you don't believe in as strongly?
I think I will continue to cry, but my family wouldn't notice my crying at all. I also don't think that is very believable. I would say maybe 1%.
Okay, so further and more, what experiment do you think that you put this belief to the test? For example, what would you do? Where would it take place? When could this happen? Or should this happen?
I could ask my family what their thoughts on me crying. I could ask my family what their thoughts are on me crying in front of them. I could ask them if my crying in front of them has any effect on them. I have never thought about doing this before. I know I can ask them all of this at the house when I see them during the week.
Okay, great. Are there any safety barriers do you feel would need to be dropped?
One thing I do notice when I cry in front of my family is that sometimes I think I am curling up in a ball like a baby. I think I do this to protect myself. I would need to let my guard down more.
Okay, so what do you think, what other problems are likely, and how could the other problems be overcome?
My family may not want to engage in conversation with me. I think I can overcome this by staying persistent of following this through. I feel that if I express to them enough that this is something that I am working on through therapy, my family will be more than willing to help me through the process.
Okay, great. I sense from the desires that you want to make the necessary changes to keep yourself from crying in front of your family and stopping these thoughts of worthlessness. The rest of the worksheet, you can actually take this home. I'm going to assign this homework, and you can complete it at home. And we could follow up next week to see where we're at. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, great. Thank you so much.
All right.